Hey, what's up? What's up? Okay, so today I do not have a plan of like drawing an illustration, okay, because I wanna take it easy, okay. I wanna do it like not every single day, but at least every alternate day, like 3 illustrations per week or something. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Okay. Because I want to take a little bit of rest today, because illustrations take some time, like around like 4, maybe 5 hours or something, or maybe 2 to 6 hours or something, 2 to 4 hours or something. So they kind of like take a little bit of time. So yeah, that's why I do not want to do it like every single day. Okay, so yeah. Okay, let's start with our usual 30 to 60 second poses. All right, let's go. Hold on. All right, let's go. Okay. First pose in mind. Okay, let's go. Yeah, first pose always kind of like is not as good, because you're kind of like warming up, okay, for the first freaking time. Oh my god, 30 seconds are up. Okay, so yesterday there were like too many mosquitoes. All right, there were too many freaking mosquitoes, but I have kind of like covered everything, every kind of like vent up, okay, so in my house. So hopefully they're not mosquitoes now. God damn, I should give up on using freaking undos. Holy shit, too many undos. I swear to God, I should give up on using undos. Okay, let's go. Second pose. Oh frick, hold on. I forgot her clothing. Alright, second pose. Yeah, alright. If there are similar poses, I'm not gonna do them. Okay, this the proportions of this pose is like bad. I know that, but still, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Also, welcome guys. Okay, second pose. Let's go. Oh shit! Forgot to turn on the freaking timer. Yeah, messed this up pretty bad, bro. Messed this up pretty bad. The stiff poses are definitely the straight on kind of like standing poses are like definitely difficult. Hold on. Yeah. Messed this up pretty bad. Messed that leg up pretty bad, but we are gonna fix that leg. Don't worry about it too much. We will fix that leg. I will fix that leg. Alright, let's go. Yeah, it's like almost past 1 minute, I guess, but yeah, I wanna make this right, so that's why I'm like doing this. Yeah, there we go. Done. That was indeed freaking difficult. Yeah, this one was kind of like difficult because it's like straight on, so straight on poses are kind of like difficult to draw most of the times because they do not have a certain type of freaking movement in them. Also, this pose is like weirdly kind of like pose. Yeah, it's something like this. Alright, let's go. Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing good, Akane. What's up, bro? Welcome. Goddamn. Okay, next pose, let's go. This one is fine, I guess, easier than the previous one, I guess. Yep, 30 seconds are up. It's fine. Yeah, my hand is like not as good today. My hand, I am kind of like struggling right now. Yep, there we go. I am kind of like struggling right now. Today, I mean. Kind of slower. Yeah, his hands kind of like got like too big and legs really freaking small, so probably will need to fix that. Okay, there is another stiff pose that we are doing today. Okay, yeah, stiff poses are definitely harder to kind of like draw, well, because they are stiff. So yeah, we will do that today. Stiff poses are definitely more kind of like hard. Yeah, 1 minute is already kind of like up a long time ago, but I want to draw this, so yeah, we are doing this. His PP. Yeah, the head kind of like became too big. I always do that mistake. Head becomes too big. Yeah, there we go. Goddamn. And the legs are kind of like, goddamn. Okay, the stiff poses are definitely difficult, man. Sorry, the straight on kind of like only standing poses are difficult. Yeah, very stiff. Alright, last one. Alright, last one. Let's do a last one. Okay, a sitting pose. Let's go. Stiff poses always kind of like difficult. A sitting pose is also difficult because it also does not have a lot of freaking movement in that. Oh shit. No freaking way we are gonna do this in like 30 seconds. Alright, no freaking way. Done. 30 seconds is up. Alright, there we go. Got him! This one was kind of like difficult but also easy, but we got him. Now we gotta draw the freaking chair. He's like sitting on a freaking chair. Yeah, this one definitely was kind of like a little bit difficult. Yep, there we go. Holy shit. Okay, so I am not gonna do any illustrations today, okay, because they require a bit of kind of like planning and stuff, and yeah, I'm not as good in illustrations. All right, so but what I want to do today is like work on one of my weaknesses. Are you using the Proco timer? No, I'm not using the freaking Proco timer. I'm using line of action. I do not use any Proco stuff. I'm using line of action. I don't even know if what like Proco has a timer or something. I don't know. Okay. Now what I want to do today is work on my whites. Okay, my whites. Okay, so the thing that I want to work on is white drawings. Okay, white drawings. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, the thing that I want to work on is white drawing. Okay, because white drawings are super freaking difficult to do. Okay, white color is like really freaking difficult to do because it is basically white. Okay, and if the entire kind of like canvas is like completely white, then it gets like super difficult to kind of like do. Okay, because you need to have like proper values. Okay, and then you need to kind of like put a splotch of kind of like saturated color somewhere. Okay, because otherwise it's gonna look like freaking trash if like everything is like desaturated. Okay, if every color is like desaturated. Okay, yeah, so it's gonna look like freaking trash. So the thing with white is like, yeah, you need to kind of like put down the whites appropriately. Okay, so I have this painting that I did, like a study that I did. Hold on, where is that free reign kind of like painting? Yeah, here we go. God damn. Yeah, look at this one in particular. Okay, this one in particular. All right, this one in particular. Okay, this is exactly how you use white. Thank you so much. Kill streak down. Also welcome. I believe you're a new person over here. I don't remember. Anyways. Okay, so this is how you do freaking whites. Okay, so if you have seen Free Ren, okay, if you have seen Free Ren, her colors are mostly white. Okay, her colors are mostly like, look at that, look at this. Hold on. Look at this. Her colors, like her entire freaking color scheme is like freaking white. Okay, except for maybe her skin color and some parts, some kind of like accents on it. All right. So her entire freaking colors are white. But the tricky thing about white is like you cannot do a direct white, okay, in a completely white scene. Okay, you cannot keep a white, you cannot paint a white on a white background or in a white scene. Okay, that is the freaking tricky part. This is the reason why white is so freaking tricky to do. Okay, now if I pick all of these colors over here, okay, this is almost like every color that you see over here is completely white except for maybe this part, okay, and her staff, okay, and the staff's orb, okay, and her belt and the staff's handle. All right, that's it. And maybe her eyes and stuff. That's it. These are the only things that have kind of like color and like saturation to them and value to them. Okay, rest all is absolutely completely white. Now if I pick the colors over here, okay, yeah, first stream for me, but I've been subbed for a while. Oh, I did not know that. So welcome, man. Okay, so but if I pick the colors over here, let's pick the white colors over here. Okay, let's pick the white colors over here. 1, 2, 3, then which one? Then I guess this one, but this is like a light, so I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, this one, and then her dress color. Okay, now as you can see over here, all of these colors, oh my god. Okay, this is why white is like so freaking tricky. Okay, in the photo, in the drawing, okay, this looks white. Her shirt, her clothes, her everything looks freaking white. Okay, it looks like she's wearing white. But if I pick all of these colors over here, okay, the only two colors that are close to white is like this color. Oh shit, sorry. It's like this color and this color over here. Alright, these are the only two colors which are freaking close to the freaking white. Okay, these are the only two colors that are close to white. Rest all of them are freaking saturated or grayish kind of like color. This is like very kind of like saturated blue. Okay, almost like 69% saturation of blue, of a Prussian blue. Yet it appears as a freaking white in the scene. And if you see the values, it is perfectly fine. There is no problem with the values. Okay, this is the reason why white is so freaking tricky. This is the exact reason why white is so freaking tricky. So that is the reason why we are gonna do some white paintings today. It is really freaking tricky right now, white. All right. Do you recommend to do value studies first or color studies? Directly do color studies, but for values, what you can do is like, what's up? Ops on G Fuel. Holy shit! Welcome to the stream, man. Goddamn. Welcome. What's up, bro? Yeah. So yeah, I would highly recommend color studies, but okay, but if you are kind of like unsure of yourself, all right, then I would recommend doing this. All right, yeah, something like this, like really freaking fast. Okay, really freaking fast. Let's just break down the scene in just 2, maybe 3 values. That's it. Okay, and then move on and do it like directly with color. Okay, so for example this one, and even in this, okay, okay, you don't use the gray. Okay, over here I used the gray because I was like super freaking in a hurry. So just don't use the gray, use a freaking blue. Okay, use a freaking blue or red or any kind of like color. Okay, so what you do is like you paint the background like this, and then you use a freaking blue. You take a blue and start painting the freaking characters. Okay, over here like this. Okay, and let's say if you want to add a freaking third value, you darken the blue. Okay, you kind of like darken the blue and then add a freaking third value over here. Okay, let's say if you want to add a value in the light over here, all right, then you kind of like make a lighter or darker color that you want, however you wish. Okay, and kind of like make it like this. That's it. All right, so yeah, keep it simple, just 2 values. Start with just 2 values, no more than 2, maybe 3 values at first. Okay, yeah, no more than, rather not only at first, but like every goddamn time you should not do like no more than 2 to 3 values. All right, so even over here, as you can see, there are just 2 values. One is light and the other one is like shadow. Okay, but the shadow has like 2 more values over here. So for example, hold on, this is one of the shadow values. Oh shit, yeah, this is one of the shadow values and the other one is like this. All right, so yeah, like I have 2 shadow values over here. So yeah, and rest all is just light and like a flat freaking tone. That's it. That is the thing. This is a half tone value in the middle. So yeah, just keep it simple, man. Just keep it simple. You don't have to freaking complicate this shit. The more complicated it gets, the worse it looks. Okay, the worse it's gonna look. All right, let's start with the white scenes. White is so freaking difficult to do, man. I swear to God, white is so freaking difficult to do. Okay, we have a, hold on. We have a cat over here. Cat. We're gonna draw a cat. Very quick cat. Very quick cat. Yeah, rest all like is literally white. Yeah, this is gonna test my patience. This is gonna test everything that I have over here. Yeah, this is not going good at all. White color definitely very difficult to do. Look at this. Oh my god. What the frick is happening? Yeah, you need to check the frickin' values every goddamn time so that you do not fuck this shit up and then cry. Okay, hold on. Yeah, there we go. This can be even lighter, I guess. Yeah, there we go. This can shift towards the violets. Yeah, there we go. God damn. Alright, now comes the main kind of like part, the pussy. Okay, we're drawing the freaking pussy now. Oh wait, before we draw this child, we gotta do the freaking shadow. Yeah, the thing that you freaking like, the thing that chat likes, like everything, like everyone likes, like he's like looking at us, very curious. What do you have, human? Human, what do you have for me? Huh? What do you have for me? Those puppy dog eyes, sorry, cat eyes. There we go. Goddamn. Okay, now her fur on the top is like a little bit different color. So what I'm gonna do is like have a greenish kind of like color. It's like mostly like grayish, blackish kind of like color. The fur that normally like kittens have. So either I will have a greenish or a violetish kind of like color. I don't know. Yeah, okay, not greenish, alright, not greenish. Greenish does not look good. Maybe we can have a violetish or yellowish kind of like fur. Yeah, we will have a violet kind of like fur. Maybe we will change to greenish. Yeah, I will change this to kind of like a greenish fur. Yeah, look at that, look at that. This is the white drawing that I'm like talking about. This is so freaking tricky to do. I swear to God, this is tricky. Okay, let's have a greenish kind of like fur. Yeah, there we go. Yep, there we go. God damn it. So freaking tricky to do this. So freaking tricky, man. It's crazy. Yep, there we go. Now what you can do is like have a little bit of like saturation on the tongue, just to make it like a bit of, you know, just to have a bit of more interest in that. So yeah. Yep, there we go. White scenes are super freaking difficult to do. The values are like super freaking close to each other, and that is the reason why they're like crazy difficult. All right, let's go. Yo, it's Ananya. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Sorry, I think I missed you. I was like drawing, so yeah. Sorry. Come back! Come back! Come back! Come back! Okay, wait. I'm gonna reply to her so that she kind of like comes back. God damn. All right, there we go. Okay. I hope she comes back. All right. We are drawing another freaking white scene. Okay, this time something different. All right, something different. Let's see. Yeah, I only have like cat photos over here, but yeah, all right, there we go. Got him. I think this is a freaking painting. Look at this. This is a freaking painting, but we're gonna draw that. Also, this wrist, like the left hand wrist, is like paining right now. From like morning, I don't know what that is. Okay. It needs the freaking muscle pop. Sorry, the bone pop. It needs the bone pop. Wait, what if, okay, hold on. I want to try something over here, right? I want to try something over here. What if I make this into a darker color over here, and even this one. Yeah, that looks good. That looks freaking good. That looks kind of like good. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. I forgot that game, which PewDiePie used to play. Which one was it? The Russian kind of like passport kind of like guy. that is a freaking funny game, man. Absolutely beautiful. All right. I think Saba also played it. Saba also played that game. So yeah. Okay, so this is a magenta, red, violet, indigo, something like that. Kind of like painting. Yep, there we go. This one is like simple. Yeah, this one is like super freaking cool. Okay, I like this one a lot. So cool painting, such a cool painting, man. Like this is like almost like a horror kind of like scene, but it's like very cool, like really cool. We are learning the freaking whites, we are learning the freaking whites. Learning how to do whites. learning how to do whites. Okay, I think that is a freaking violet color. So I'm gonna shift it towards the violet. Yeah, there we go. A violet is kind of like red color, to be honest. It's almost like a crimson. Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, let's keep it like a violetish kind of like color, because everything is like blue and magenta and violet. So yeah, we will keep it like we will keep it violet. All right, now for the hands. The hands. The hands. Okay. Yeah, I like this color scheme, man. It's really cool. First time using this freaking color scheme. Really cool. First time using this color scheme. Alright, there we go. Goddamn. I was gone for making dinner. Also, it's okay, Sid. All right. I thought you left me alone. Anyways, let's not worry about that. Let's finish this drawing. Yeah, this turned out like really freaking good. Oh my god, I love this. I love this. Holy shit, I love this. This looks okay. I have something to say. Okay, this looks like the Blade Runner kind of like shit. All right, this looks like the Blade Runner kind of like shit. Yeah, this looks like the freaking Blade Runner kind of like shit. Yeah, there we go. Some Blade Runner kind of like shit, bro. Crazy shit. What if I have a freaking crimson color over here? That would look definitely even better. Yeah, there we go. Goddamn. Instead of the violet, we will have a freaking crimson. Yeah, we are having like 3 colors over here. It's fine. Yeah, there we go. Goddamn. This is looking freaking sick. We are painting whites. We are painting whites. We are learning to paint whites. Oh frick, I forgot to do this. Hold on. We got this. I forgot to draw the freaking glass over here. The smudges and shit. Sorry, my bad. Yep, there we go. Goddamn. Holy shit, I absolutely love this, man. This turned out so freaking cool. Look at this. Beautiful, absolutely freaking beautiful. The kitty also turned out good, okay? I'm not saying that she did not turn out good. Okay, the kitty also turned out good, but this is like a whole other level, bro. This is like on a whole freaking other level. Okay, hold on, let me check your chats. Let me see if you're behaving right, y'all children. Absolute freaking chill. Oh my god, what the frick? What the frick is down there? It's the bathroom. Alright. I'm gonna draw one more, alright? One more. The cat look goofy, bro. Yeah. She's meant to be the cat is meant to be goofy. The cat is meant to be goofy. Okay, hold on. Let me find another white one. Some really freaking white ones. The white one. Okay, wait. The I don't know where is that? Where did that reference come from? The white one. All right. Hold on. Let's find a white well. A white well. Okay, I have a crane, okay, a crane, but I wanna have like some kind of like a environment or something. Yeah, I have because environments are super freaking difficult. The white environment super freaking difficult to do. Alright, let's go. Let's do this shit. Okay. Hold on. Okay, let's do an environment right now. Let's do an environment right now. I have a white environment over here. It is pretty difficult, if I do say so myself. Why it is indeed difficult to do. Okay, let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna divide this into a pink and blue. Alright, a pink and blue. We're gonna divide this into a pink and a blue. I will probably change the color of this grayish kind of like tone to I don't know, something different. We will see about that. Yeah, this is definitely tricky, but we got this. Don't worry about it too much. This is definitely freaking tricky. Yeah, there we go. I might change the color of this to a bluish kind of like tone. That will look definitely good. And then I can add more kind of like bluish tones over here. For the stones. Yep, there we go. I don't know, man. I think I should definitely keep it like a reddish kind of like tone. I don't know, man. And keep the bluish tones for only the freaking stones over there. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good, like really good. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Yep, beautiful. All right. Wonderful. All right. Very cool kind of like white paintings. White is like super difficult to kind of like paint. Okay, white is probably the most kind of like difficult color to kind of like paint. Sorry, my allergies are acting up again. I might shift this towards something like this. I might shift it towards like something like this. Yeah, there we go. White is super difficult to do, bro. White is the most kind of like difficult thing to kind of like do. Okay, hold on. If I do this over here, it's gonna turn into a freaking pastel So I'm not gonna do that over there, because I do not want this to turn into a freaking pastel color painting, because I have already kind of like done a lot of freaking pastel colored paintings, and I do not want to do them again. Yeah, this also kind of like works. This also works. Like a very kind of like a fluorescent look. This can give a very kind of like fluorescent look, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Kind of like a fluorescent look. Yeah, there we go. Goddamn. Very cool white painting. Yeah, white is like super difficult to do. We ain't doing it white. White super kind of like difficult to do. Shall I do one more, or shall I just, I don't know, end the stream? It's not even kind of like 10 p.m. right now. Maybe I should do one more, I guess. For me, the cat kind of like looks fine. It could have been better. The colors over here they could have been freaking better. But it's kind of like too much. Yeah, now it like kind of like looks fine. The yellow over here is like not required at all. Sometimes I feel that I've been using kind of like too much saturated colors, so the kind of like entire painting kind of like becomes very loud. It is very difficult to kind of like read in a way. So I feel that sometimes, man. Like, yes, I used to kind of like use like very saturated colors over here, okay, but this is a different kind of like color kind of like scheme, okay, and this is like very different. To kind of like use the whites, you need to have that grays in your drawing, all right. Sorry, I'm like really freaking sleepy right now. Yeah, it's Moist Critical signing off. I don't know, man. I absolutely love Charlie. He does some cool shit, man. It's Moist Critical signing off. Yeah, there we go. God damn. Yeah, I fixed this one. It was kind of like the values were kind of like wacky, the saturation and the colors were also kind of like wacky. So we fixed this one. Don't worry about it too much. The second one and the third one, they turned out like really good. The first one is like fine. It could have been kind of like better. I don't know, man. Yeah, it could have been definitely better, in my opinion. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you shift that shit towards the freaking magenta a bit. Sorry, towards the blues a bit. All right, so yeah, that looks super freaking awesome. Okay, you shift the hues. If you keep the same freaking hues, then it looks kind of like off. Okay, so you kind of like have to shift the hues a little bit. So yeah. All right. I think this is it for the stream. Yeah, I think this is it for the stream. I wanted to do some white color. I don't know, man. I should probably do one more. I feel like doing one more, bro. I feel like doing one more. Let's do one more. All right. Let's do a one more. Okay, let's do this one. I feel like doing one more. All right, let's do one more, man. This one is like definitely more harder. Definitely more harder. Yep. And rest all is just freaking complete white. But to have that white, we gotta paint it in color. Oh my lord. Alright, there we go. Okay, got the sky. Got the sky. Sky high. Alright, we've got this. Then there is this as well. Okay, yeah, this one is like freaking tricky. This one is like tricky, so this one is gonna take a little bit of kind of like experimentation, I guess. Okay, now what I want to do with this one is I want to do some kind of like a like this light over here. It shouldn't be that this kind of like saturated, so I'm gonna kind of like desaturate it a bit, okay, and have like that saturation in the shadows over here. So we can try that. This light is fine, but the saturation over here needs to be in the freaking shadow. Then we can desaturate this a bit to have that grayish kind of like tone, a little bit of kind of like grayish tone. Yeah, there we go. This is looking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely freaking beautiful. All right. Can add a bit more gray to this over there. Just a tiny bit more. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's see the values over here. They look fine. This can be much darker, I guess, and this can be much lighter. Okay, the background can be much lighter, so what we are gonna do is like make the background a little bit more lighter. Yeah, now it kind of like looks good. Yeah, fine. Yeah, now it looks good. That is like a magenta-ish color, which I want. All right, yeah, there we go. Yeah, the values over here, they can be a little bit more darker, so yeah, something like this. They can be a little bit more darker. Yeah, there we go. Yep, there we go. That is our whites. Okay, whites super freaking tricky to kind of like color paint, whatever you wanna freaking call it. Yep, there we go. Our whites. Okay, now I'm gonna explain to you again, probably again. I think I explained to you again. Explained to you before. Okay. I'm just gonna keep it kind of like a desaturated thing. I don't want too much kind of like focus on the background, more so than the whites. All right, so yeah, I can of course go with something like this. Okay, but yeah, it's kind of like I want to keep it like slightly desaturated. All right. Now I'm gonna explain to you why this thing works. Okay, why this thing works. Why this thing is like freaking important, and this thing kind of like is difficult, and it kind of like works as well. All right, so yeah, hold on. Hold on, let me just arrange these properly. Yep, there we go. God damn it. Okay. Okay, now let me explain it to you why this thing works the way it kind of like does. All right, I can of course go with kind of like a saturated tone here to make it kind of like look very pastely and stuff. All right, so something like this can work wonders. All right, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, now let me explain it to you why this shit works. Okay, why this white kind of like works. Okay, why this looks like a freaking white color. Okay, why does this look like a white color? All right, The reason for that is like white changes its color with other colors, okay, when it comes in contact with other colors, okay. It is going to change its color when it is going to come in contact with other colors. All right, so our eyes kind of like perceive this as white because our eyes can differentiate with what is colored and what is kind of like white or black, okay. So it kind of like automatically kind of like differentiates between that. So whenever you kind of like see this entire scene, of course this cat is like not completely white, okay. I will make it white. Hold on, I will make this cat kind of like a whitish kind of like cat. All right, let's make this Pusu kind of like a whitish kind of like cat. Yeah, there we go. Okay, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we made it kind of like a completely whitish kind of like cat, okay, but our eyes can directly kind of, but this is not a complete white color. This is kind of like a bluish, like very desaturated kind of like bluish color. Even this green is like a very desaturated kind of like a lemon green or something like that, okay. That is not complete white. Even this one, same desaturated green, okay. So yeah, even this is like a not a black shadow or not a white shadow. It is like a very kind of like saturated, a little bit saturated greenish color. All right, so yeah, but the thing about white is that it changes its color in relation to other colors, okay, in relation with and to other colors. So that is the reason why our eyes can perceive it as a freaking white color. Even this nose over here, that is a pink nose, okay, and this is a very pink kind of like tongue, okay. So yeah, our eyes normally perceive it like as a pink color, well, because it's freaking pink, but not everything else, okay. Everything else in this scene is freaking white. It is only except for the wall is kind of like a greenish color, but everything else is like a freaking white, okay. But the light is kind of like hitting the wall, okay, and then it is like bouncing off the surface over here, this towel over here, and then there is another light which is like a bluish kind of like light or a violetish light that is like bouncing off this I don't know, this paper or something like that, or this cat, or alright. So, and that is why this kind of like cat is like almost like a violetish kind of like color, okay. It is not a white, but our eyes perceive it as a white because, well, yeah, it is kind of like, yeah, it is kind of like tricky, like how our eyes are able to tell the difference, like how our eyes are able to kind of like differentiate between like colored stuff and like white stuff, even if the white stuff is like actually kind of like a saturated color, like something like this over here, okay. So this is almost like a, yeah, this is highly kind of like, not highly, but yeah, this is like not white at all, but our eyes are able to tell that because, well, yeah, it's just kind of like incredible that our eyes are able to tell all of this information, okay. Our eyes perceive this as white, so this is literally not a white, this is literally a bluish kind of like color, but our eyes are able to tell that. Our eyes are able to tell that it's freaking white, okay. So yeah, this is the tricky thing about white, okay. Our eyes are able to tell that, Okay, this is of course this is also kind of like white, but the main thing over here, this is white. Yes. Okay, over here our eyes are able to tell that this, all of this wall over here, it is completely white. Okay, why does this happen? Honestly, I also do not know. This is really freaking tricky. I do not know how our eyes are able to tell the difference between what is white and what is colored. Okay, that is definitely freaking tricky. Okay, but my eyes are able to tell that this is freaking white. Okay, and if I made this kind of like a desaturated tone, then oh shit, sorry. Then it will look kind of like more whitish color, just a little bit kind of like desaturated. It will still read as freaking white. All right, that is I don't know, man, that is the freaking mystery and trick to kind of like whites. Even in the free render drawing that I showed you guys, okay, that I freaking showed you guys, it's still white. The free render drawing is still white. All right. The free render drawing is still white. Hold on. Let me show you guys that thing. The white, the light is changing the color over here of the white. Okay, the light is freaking changing the color over here of the white. Okay, to, I don't know, to a different kind of like color. So yeah, hold on, let me show you the free render drawing again. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, this thing again, if I pick her kind of like shirt outfit color over here, okay, it is not a white color. It is not a white color. It is a freaking saturated blue over here. So yeah, this is the most trickiest kind of like thing about color. All right, this is probably the most trickiest stuff about color, that you need to learn how to freaking paint white. Okay, white paintings are super freaking difficult to do. This is the craziest, I don't know, most difficult thing to kind of like do. Okay, hold on, let me kind of like make this a bit. Yeah, there we go. This still kind of like reads like a freaking white, even if I made it a bit, you know, darker. This still kind of like reads like a freaking white. So yeah. White paintings definitely difficult to do. this still kind of like reads like a freaking white. This is not at all a white color. This is the freaking I don't know, brownish kind of like color. This is not at all a white color. So yeah, this is how you kind of like do a freaking white color. And the white changes with the other colors, with the environment color, sorry, the light and the environment. The white is gonna freaking change. Yeah. Yep, that's about it. White, try doing kind of like white drawings, like white things. Okay, it's kind of like really freaking tricky. Okay, I want to show you another example. Hold on, I want to show you another example on my phone. Okay, look at this drawing. I don't know if few people can see this. Okay, hold on, let me save this and like pull over to yeah, there we go. I've saved kind of like two drawings over here. Hold on, I will kind of like put them on the screen. Give me a minute. I will put them on the screen right now. Hold on, till then you people can enjoy this one. Yeah, there we go. Oh shit, sorry, my bad. I will pull these white kind of like scenes on the screen right now. Give me a minute. Yeah, I have three kind of like scenes over here which are like white. I think these are like AI generated images, if I'm not wrong, but they will serve the purpose. Don't worry about it too much. All right, there we go. Hold on. Yeah, look at this. All right, this shit is completely white over here. All right, this thing that you see is completely white, but it looks kind of like a reddish color. Okay, reddish magenta-ish color, and this over here is like a bluish kind of like color, because well, the sky is kind of like hitting down and bouncing off its blue light. Okay, the skylight is like bouncing off, that is why it's blue color. And over here everywhere else is like the sun's kind of like reddish kind of like hue is like bouncing off all of this white color over here. So yeah, this is why the white kind of like gets colored, and this is how our eyes can perceive that this is white color. Okay, same concept over here. Okay, look at this, this is all freaking white, but the sun's light is like this light, this yellow kind of like orangish kind of like light is like bouncing off and kind of like making it saturated even over here as well. Okay, and then there is this skylight which is like over here. Okay, then there is this green kind of like tree, but then the sun's yellow or I don't know, reddish kind of like light is like bouncing off the green and kind of like making it also reddish, along with the sky's blue color, which is like mixing in with the blue, mixing in with the greens and making it kind of like desaturated. Same goes for the green over here. This green is kind of like a yellowish green, well, because the yellowish light from the sun over here is like mixing in with the greens and making it kind of like yellow. So yeah, this is how light kind of like affects the colors around, especially white color. So all of this thing that you are seeing over here, everything except for the freaking tree and the swimming pool and the sky, okay, all of this thing is like completely white. It's white, okay, but it is kind of like colored. So this color over here, it is like it can appear like a violetish kind of like color, okay, like this. Okay, and then we can paint this light color as a magenta-ish kind of like color like this. Okay, yeah, something like that. All right, so yeah, god damn, man, this is so freaking difficult to do. This is so freaking difficult to do. Holy shit. Yo, what's up, Frostshine? What's up, bro? Welcome. I'm like almost done for the day. I have one more kind of like reference that I want to show you guys. Hold on. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys this, because this is the most difficult layering to do, at least for me, because there is no point light, okay, or spotlight, or whatever you wanna freaking call it. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, look at this. This is one of the most difficult layering to do, because not only it's like completely white, okay, not only this shit is like white, okay, this is the white thing, okay, but also the lighting is like difficult, okay. But if you kind of like look closely, okay, wait, I'm gonna make this simple for you guys. Hold on, and also myself as well. Oops, sorry, my bad. God damn it. Probably I cannot do that. Hold on. Let me try this. Yeah, okay. So if you look closely, hold on. Yeah, there we go. God damn, this is better. Okay. Yeah, there we go. The values are freaking divided into kind of like two parts, alright? Two parts, only two parts. If you look like really freaking closely, alright? Yeah. But it's so freaking tricky to kind of like identify that, because there are a lot of freaking lights in the scene, okay? There are a lot of freaking lights in the scene. That is one of the reasons it is so tricky to kind of like identify that thing, that the values are freaking only kind of like divided into two values, okay? Essentially there are like three values. The white light is like the another kind of like value that is like there, but for kind of like simple kind of like sake, we are gonna just divide everything in like just two values. The main kind of like light source, we are not gonna consider that, just the values like that the light is freaking affecting, alright? So yeah, there we go. Just freaking two values over there, alright? Just two values. But there are like a lot of freaking lights, so it becomes like really freaking difficult to kind of like pinpoint the values over here, alright? So yeah, yep, that is the thing that I wanted to kind of like show you guys. This is this thing, okay? I have never done this kind of like painting before. Maybe I will do it, okay, tomorrow or something, or like off stream or something, okay? I have never done this kind of like painting before. Like this is very kind of like difficult lighting setup over here, all right? Like there are a lot of freaking lights, so it's very difficult to kind of like identify where the light would kind of like go, okay? Where the shadows would appear, where the light would appear, okay? So yeah, it's very difficult, this kind of like lighting scenario. Yep, that's it. Yep, we did this today, okay? These are our white paintings. this one does not look like a white, but it is kind of like a whitish kind of like painting. And what I can do is like I can make this kind of like a desaturated, like a little bit desaturated. Yeah, so that's what it kind of like looks like a white color. That is the only thing that I can do. All right, I was drawing a demon skull. That would be awesome. Well, I want to see the demon skull now. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna make this more kind of like darker. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Now it looks much better. because I want to have that white color in the darkness, or I want to show that white color in the freaking darkness. So yeah. What are you going to watch? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to watch. Maybe I will just have food and like just leave, I guess. What are you talking about? I don't understand, Frostine. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. Yeah, but okay, that's it. We had a really good session today. I kind of like struggled with the heights for a little bit, but yeah, we kind of like did it today. So yeah, I'm really freaking happy about it. So yeah. So thank you for watching, thank you for joining in, thank you for listening to my freaking bullshit, I guess. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Tomorrow. Yeah, these were like super fun to kind of like experiment with, like splash colors left and right. Yeah, these were like super freaking fun, man. White is like definitely difficult to do, but this is like super freaking fun. I heard demon castle. No. What I was saying is like you were drawing a demon skull. Now I wanna see it. So I said that. That's the only thing that I said. Sorry about that. All right, that's about it. God damn, this was a good kind of like stream and study. So yeah. Yeah, coloring is definitely hard. It's not, it's not difficult, it's not hard, it's tricky. Okay, it's tricky. Because colors kind of like change a lot. So yeah, something appearing as white might not be actually kind of like white. So yeah, it's kind of like difficult. Color is like definitely difficult. Sorry, it's more tricky rather than being like difficult. Sorry. Yeah, post it on like, I don't know, man, Discord. I will have a look at this at the demon skull. All right, yep, that's about it. So yeah, thank you for joining in, thank you for listening to my bullshit. Tomorrow I will probably do a illustration like this, like we did kind of like yesterday. Which one? Yeah, this one. Okay, tomorrow I will probably do an illustration like this. All right, so yeah, so look out for the stream tomorrow. So yeah, all right, yep, that's about it. See ya in the next stream. Please do subscribe as well. All right, so yeah, goodbye. Yeah, this was a very kind of like good stream, very productive stream. Yeah, I love this. Yep, good night, man.